Picture Zion Williamson, that same broad-shouldered, explosive, bully ball forward who overpowers everyone in his path. Now hand him something Zion never really had, a soft, reliable, fadeaway jumper. That's the dream on Arizona's Koa Peat, a powerful, do-everything forward with surprising touch. So today we break down the Zion comparison, the jumper he adds to it, and the player Koa Peat actually is. Here's the plan. First, why the Zion comparison fits. Then the skill that separates Peat from it, the jump shot. Then the important part. We go beyond the comp into his own game. What makes him genuinely unique? Then his swing skill and his ceiling. Everything is verified. The comparison is analysis, not a promise. Let's start with the Zion of it all. This is Game is Culture. If you love prospects broken down past the highlight comps, hit subscribe. We're chasing 1,000. It's free and it helps a ton. Now the Zion comparison. Why Zion? The Zion comparison is all about the body and the motor. Peat is a powerful, broad-shouldered combo forward, 6'8" and around 240 pounds of muscle, who plays bigger than his height. Like Zion, he wins with force and explosion, bullying defenders to the rim, finishing through contact and overwhelming opponents physically. He's a freight train in the open floor. That's the Zion blueprint, raw, unstoppable power. And the production backs the comp. As an Arizona freshman, Peat averaged 14 points and nearly 6 rebounds on a strong 53% shooting. And he saved his best for the brightest stage, earning Most Outstanding Player of his region in the NCAA tournament. He's a winner who rises in big moments, exactly the kind of physical, high-motor forward who translates. The bully ball is real and it produces. The fadeaway he adds. Here's where he branches off from Zion. Williamson, for all his dominance, has never had a dependable jump shot. It's the one hole in his game. Peat, by contrast, flashes real touch, a smooth turnaround and fadeaway from the mid-post that Zion simply doesn't possess. He has an advanced skill set for a power forward, and a face-up game that hints at something more polished than pure bully ball. That's the supercharge. And think about why that matters. The knock on bully forwards is that NBA defenses build a wall, sag off, and dare them to shoot. A reliable mid-range jumper breaks that wall. If Peat can consistently punish a sagging defender with a fadeaway, he becomes far harder to scheme against than a pure rim attacker. The jumper is the difference between a role player and a problem. Beyond the comp, his own game. Now leave Zion behind. As his own player, Peat is a remarkably well-rounded forward. 14 points, nearly 6 boards, and over 2.5 assists a game on efficient shooting. As a freshman, he earned third-team All-Big 12 honors and was a force in the NCAA tournament. This isn't a one-trick dunker, it's a polished, productive combo forward who impacts winning in a lot of ways. The most underrated part of his game is the passing. Peat dished over 2.5 assists a game against just 1.5 turnovers, an excellent ratio for a forward. He reads the floor out of the post and on the move, finding cutters and shooters. A big who passes is a connective, offense-greasing piece, and it's a skill that lets him fit next to other stars rather than clog the lane. And the physical maturity is its own edge. At 19, Peat already has a pro-ready NBA body. He won't get bullied himself, and he can defend multiple frontcourt spots with his strength and quickness. He rebounds in traffic, he sets bruising screens, and he brings relentless energy. That combination of polish and power in a teenager is exactly why he started the season with a 30-point explosion and never stopped producing. So on his own terms, Peat is a versatile, physically dominant combo forward who scores efficiently inside, passes like a connector, rebounds, defends multiple positions, and brings a high motor every night. The Zion comp captures the power, but it actually undersells the skill and feel. He's less of a one-note battering ram and more of a complete modern forward. That's the player teams are really drafting. The swing skill. Now the honest part. That fadeaway we talked about is a flash, not yet a finished every night weapon, and his three-point shot in particular is inconsistent. Scouts are blunt that a reliable outside shot is the single thing that would launch his draft stock. Until the jumper becomes automatic, defenses will keep daring him to take it, and his ceiling stays capped at bully forward rather than two-way matchup nightmare. There's also a positional question. At 6'8", Peat is a bit undersized to play full-time center, but not a true floor-spacing wing yet either. The exact tweener label that has historically followed Zion himself. The answer for both is the jumper and the playmaking. The more shooting and passing Peat shows, the more his size stops being a problem and starts being an advantage. The ceilings. So what's the dream? A powerful, explosive, 240-pound forward who bullies the rim like Zion, but can also pull up for a fadeaway, pass out of the post, and defend multiple positions. That's a high-level starter and a matchup nightmare. A forward who punishes you inside and out. Given how rarely that power and polish come in one body, the upside is a genuine difference maker. And the floor is safe, even if the jump shot only becomes passable. An explosive, efficient, high-motor forward who rebounds, passes, and defends is a rotation piece every contender wants. That combination of a sturdy floor and real upside tied to one clear swing skill makes Peat one of the more grounded bets in the class. You know what you're getting, and there's room for a lot more. So how real is Zion with a fadeaway? The power and motor comparison is legitimate, and the touch he flashes really is the thing Zion never had. Just temper it. Peat isn't the once-in-a-generation athlete Zion is, and the jumper still has to become consistent. But as a stylistic hook, a powerful forward with surprising skill, it absolutely captures why scouts are intrigued. The pieces are there. Where does he land? Peat profiles as a mid-first round forward for a team that values toughness, versatility, and a pro-ready body. Drop him into a front court that needs energy, rebounding, and a connective passer, and he contributes right away while the shooting develops. He's the kind of low-maintenance, high-impact forward that winning teams quietly love to have around. The intangibles. Numbers aside, Peat's calling card is his motor and his winning. He plays every possession at full tilt, crashes the glass, sets bruising screens, and dives for loose balls. The connective effort plays that don't always show in a box score. And he rises in big moments. He was named Most Outstanding Player of his NCAA tournament region. Coaches trust him, teammates feed off him. That competitive engine is the foundation everything else is built on. So what's the development plan? Two things. First, turn that flashing fadeaway into a consistent, extendable jumper, all the way to the three-point line, so defenses can't sag off him. Second, tighten his handle so he can create off the bounce against quicker forwards. He already passes and defends. Add reliable shooting and a touch more shake, and a versatile energy big becomes a genuine two-way starter. The runway is clear, and the fit is easy. Peat plugs into any front court that needs toughness, rebounding, and a connective passer, contributing immediately on effort and finishing while the shooting develops. He doesn't need touches to impact the game, which makes him a clean fit next to ball-dominant stars. That low-maintenance, high-motor versatility is exactly what playoff teams quietly prize in a young forward. So is Koa Peat really Zion with a fadeaway? The power and the motor say yes, the flashes of touch say the jumper is coming, and the passing and defense make him more complete than the comp suggests. So do you buy it, and where would you draft him? Tell me below. And if you want every prospect broken down past the comps, subscribe and join the family.